Oh my God. I think we're live. Hey, what's up, guys? It's JoJo, and just ignore that. Ignore that. Bad things are happening on my head. Bad things are happening up there. Hey, my buddy Kevin McHale is going to join me in a couple of seconds. Oh, here he is. Oh my God. Hold on a sec. Haven't seen this guy in a minute. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Hopefully you guys can hear me. 1 second here. Hope everybody's doing good.
JoJo!
What the heck, dude? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I am doing awesome. Oh my God. I haven't
I
seen
think
you in so long.
I know you're trying to avoid it, but I think we should really
We're frozen.
dive into. Oh, hello.
Oh, there we are. Sorry.
Are we
Hang on a
good now?
second. Can you hear me now, Kevin? I think we're
Yes.
good. Yeah, I think we're good. Let me
Look at
walk
that.
outside here real quick. One
That
moment.
top knot. I would like to discuss the top knot.
I know. Let's get to it in a second. Let me get my mask on and walk around. Hold on a sec. Walking around the building here. Hold on, Kevin. By the way, sorry guys. We got some spotty Wi-Fi in the building at times, so you know. Can you hear me okay now, Kevin?
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay, let's discuss. Go ahead. Let me have it, Kevin. Let me have it.
Is it a quarantine thing? What
Yeah, it just.
if I had,
Uh,
like nice hair like you do, I would argue that, but I can't. So
well, let me give you the alternative. If you can, hang on a second. Here we go. Can you see me okay, Kevin?
yep.
Here's the alternative. So,
Oh, it's
so
it's like it's like 1999 JoJo.
it kind of is, man. Oh my God, dude. Well, I clearly need to work on this. Sorry about the
Incredible.
Wi-Fi and stuff. Kevin, how are you, man? You all good?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, holding up. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. We this 2020 is just all kinds of ew, and then
Yep.
but we're gonna get through this, But God, Kevin hit me up, you guys. I've known Kevin since way before Glee, or before Glee. I wouldn't say way before Glee, but you were in a group. Um,
Yes.
how long before Glee was the group?
Um,
Like 2 years,
on
3 years?
yeah, there are like 2 or 3 years that I met you and we were actually like sort of trying to be a thing. Yeah.
Gotcha. So you
Like
did the group.
2006, 2007.
Wow, to hear you say that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
2006. Oh my God. All right. So met you with the group. Then of course after that you took off. You did the Glee thing, which put you on top of the planet. And I think the last time I saw you though was I don't know if you still live in Santa Clarita or not. I still live in Santa Clarita. But it was late one night. I say late, maybe like 9 o'clock one night, and I had a cold, I guess, So I'm walking into Ralph's or Albert's, whatever, some grocery store, going through looking for Dayquil or whatever, And I look up and there's another guy doing the same thing. And it was you looking for. I still have that picture we took somewhere.
I don't live in Santa Clarita anymore, but a lot of my friends still do, so I go up there all the time.
Oh my God. Well, anyway, that's my brief. That's the quick run through of my history with Kevin, and I love this dude so much. He's just the best guy ever. And oh my God. But you hit me up the other day, and you said you got something going on. This is important to me as well, and I'm so pumped to jump in on this with you. This election, we need to every election, but we need to vote. Everybody vote like your life depends on it, because it just might.
Yeah.
Give me your take on and what you're doing with the pushing votes.
I mean, I think what you said is right, and it sucks because everyone's saying that, like, vote like your life depends on it, but cliches become cliches because it's true. And I think the good part about like what's all the craziness in the world is people, I think, have learned more because I've been forced to about politics and seeing how, especially women signing up to run for office and all these things, where you see like you can actually make a difference if you just put yourself out there. And I hit you up the other day because I've been working on this campaign we have like a massive something, the logistics of voting, besides just like registering, which you need to do, so go do that if you guys haven't. Everyone go register. The other thing is,
Oh my God. Let's try this again. Oh my God. Kevin, come back. Let's do this again. Oh my God. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God,
I'm
Kevin.
back. I
We
moved
were,
too, just in case it's me.
it might, who knows who it is? I have no idea. But where do we get cut off at? At the good part, right?
Yeah, at the good part. So
Perfect.
to make this, I'll do it quickly just in case. But basically, to actually go and vote, especially because mail-in voting is not um, equally as accessible in all the states, getting people to sign up to work as poll workers the day of the election is a gigantic thing because a lot of times they don't have poll workers. They shut down polling places early because of that. There's lots of technical difficulties, and they shut them. Like basically, people look for an excuse to shut them down.
Right.
And we've had a gigantic success like the past couple of weeks of signing people up. So like if you go to the link in my Instagram bio, you can sign up to be a poll worker. And especially during a pandemic, it's obviously you want to be extra cautious. And I've signed up. I'm going to be doing it on election day in LA somewhere. I'm waiting for my assignment. But it's something too where usually the people who are working the polls are older. And then those people are, and for me, my thinking of going into it is like they're higher risk. So if you're seeing a lot of people during a pandemic, during an election, you want to make sure that, people our age, if you can, work the polls and you get training and all this stuff. I'm sort of pumped about it, but that's a gigantic thing. And the other thing that we're doing is there are 4 states that are up for grabs in terms of the Republican. They could be Democrat, but what you can do is this. And I'm from the South,
Right.
you
Same.
know, yeah. And so Texas and Georgia are 2 of those states, which is crazy. And so you can also go online and search. We're doing this campaign for $45. If you can donate anything. It doesn't matter. $2, $1, and you give those local campaigns a fighting chance in November. But I'd say the biggest thing, those are like the 2 biggest focuses right now. And just signing up, me and my friends, I'm forcing everyone to sign up to become a poll worker.
Good for you.
It's and I think during a pandemic, people like you've seen with the protests in June and protests that are still going on, like people want to feel like they're contributing or being helpful. And for me, this was like a really easy thing for me to grasp. Like, oh, this is how I can maybe make an impact. And it's not even a like partisan thing. It's like we need the election to work for everybody to come vote.
Very true.
And so if we're working there and make sure no matter who people are voting for, that they're given the proper chance to actually cast their vote, then that's all we can ask for. So democracy works how it's intended to.
Amen to that. And you'd hate to see all the passion and and all the, speaking of all the demonstrations and whatnot, all that passion, all that energy, and nobody show up to vote. All that would be
Exactly.
for nothing in a way. Not for nothing, but it would certainly end with a thud as opposed to a
Right.
because
Yeah, they all
this is
compound one another. They all, it takes, not one thing can fix everything, but all of these things little by little help the greater good.
man, that's cool. And I've heard the statement, and it's really true. If everybody grabs 1 or 2 friends or get your parents to vote or
Hmm.
whoever it is, that can really add up because just I think I heard a stat too the other day. Only 60% of the people, now correct me if I'm wrong, but only 60% of the people voted in the last presidential election.
Yeah, but
And
I don't know that I can't fact check you in real time.
fake
But it's
facts.
that even seems high to me. It may even be lower than that. like it's probably 60% of registered voters because there's a lot of people who aren't registered.
That's a fair point. Well, whatever it is, it's lower than
Yeah.
way lower than it should be.
The
So
biggest voting
yeah,
group is the people who don't vote. They are they're the majority in the country, if that makes any sense.
it does make sense, and that's kind of scary.
Yeah. So
The
that's why, like,
biggest, wow.
the last election was decided on less than 60, or I think between 60 and 70,000 votes. So if like you are one of those people, which I fully understand, where like my vote doesn't matter or doesn't count, it literally came down to single votes in some counties where you
Wow.
can, yeah. And the other thing is too, is because election day is not a holiday, people have to work, people go to school. Early voting is also a gigantic thing. So, and these things are easily Googleable. So if like you don't know if you guys have early voting where you live, you can just Google that and then find. Like I went during the primaries and they had this really bougie voting place at the Hollywood Bowl. I'm like, okay, but it's great because you go. There's nobody around. It's also safer during a pandemic. There are less people, and you go whenever you can.
That's a fair point, man. God, this is going to be my mission too, and I'm really glad you hit me up because I just we need to vote. I'm not going to jump into who you should vote for. You can probably read between the lines and see where I'm at with that, but I don't want to get into that fight. Just vote like your life depended on it because
Hmm.
it does. It really does. And I had an uncle. You know, to be honest with you, I didn't know my uncle super well, but it was my my mom's brother passed in Texas because of from COVID.
Oh my
That
God, I'm
he was
sorry.
oh dude, thank you, and like I said, I didn't know him very well. I
Hmm.
haven't seen him since I was a kid, but he was he was older, so you got that. But he was um, super healthy, wasn't on any medication, passed from COVID, and I think you can argue a good leader would make the dangers of that a little more clear.
Yeah.
It's on that. Vote for whoever you want, but make sure you get out and get and vote. There you go.
Exactly. It's
That
like
ends
just
my little
show up
thing.
and do it. I appreciate you though for
Amen.
like being so down to talk about it, and you suggested doing an Instagram live, which is great. So, you know, also you're just like the most universally liked person ever.
Oh
You
yeah,
have to
right.
be. So
Well,
like
that's
you're like the most positive guy.
yeah. I'm sure somebody will yell at me for something, man. Hey, we should do it. Let's do some of these periodically. Not just to do them, but just to really kind of say, all right, let's update. Here's maybe some more information the next time, and certainly
Yeah,
as we get closer to it, or the day of, or day whatever you feel is right, and and let's just hammer a few of these out. We do some on the Kiss IG. We'll do some on mine. Whatever works for you.
yes.
I
No,
want to
I'm absolutely down. I would love to do that. You name the time and place, and I'll be there.
done. And by the way, I think one of the reasons why the thing shut off earlier was I have an alarm that says Kiss IG Live with Kevin, and my alarm kept going off and shutting the dang thing off. So that's what's up, man. Um, God, so we got that message out there. Please, everybody, register to vote, and of course, show up on voting day. That's a shocking statement you made, and I'll end this piece on that. The biggest majority are the group of people that don't vote. That is
Hmm.
nuts, just
And so
nuts.
if you are part of that block, like that's super powerful. Where like that group can determine the future. And if they show up
Wow.
to vote, if they register to vote, then your voice will quite literally be heard.
Amen to that, man. Well, Kevin, everything else good with you? I know. I'll just say this once. I'm sorry on behalf of the Kiss family. I'm sorry for the loss the Glee family took not too long ago. That was heart wrenching. And
Thank you.
don't even
Yeah.
comment. I just want you to know that we love you and we appreciate you and we're just family to family. There's
I
that.
appreciate it.
Absolutely,
Thank
man.
you.
Anything else going on with you? When am I going to see you on some crazy TV show again? It's about time.
I mean, when they start production again, um, it's a weird world now, but
It is.
hopefully something soon.
Well, any God, you're just so phenomenal on Glee, among other things, of
Oh,
course. But
thank you.
your fan base. I mean, I think everybody scrolling through these, all you guys would love to see Kevin on. I don't know what you want to play. What do you want to play next?
I'll
I
do
mean,
whatever. I like so many different genres. I'll do whatever.
fair enough, man.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, any questions for Kevin before we roll out of here? By the way, if you're listening to the radio right now, I'm pre-recorded for a few breaks. Don't tell anybody. So there's that, and my recording ends about 4:23. So I got to, yeah.
Oh,
So,
cutting it close.
yeah. Any quick questions for Kevin? Hit him up ASAP. Otherwise, I'll let him go because he has things to do. Anything you're in, I'll watch.
But you brought up something good a couple minutes ago about if we do these more often and like sort of check in. I'll blast out like the numbers of how many we're able to sort of trace how many people and track how many people are actually registering to work the polls and things. So we'll be able to give real-time numbers about how it's working. And so far it's been gigantic. So it's been, restoring my faith in humanity a little bit.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Well, Kevin, I'll let you go. Let me get one question. From JNG Tong. Why are you so sexy? The final question.
I mean, it's all this leisure time.
Well, there it is. Leisure time.
I think they were talking about you, JoJo. They were talking about you.
I highly doubt that. Oh my God. Hey, Kevin, it is a real pleasure to see you, my friend, and please keep in touch. And I'll talk to you real soon.
Send my love to the fam.
Will do. And same to yours. Have a great one, dude.
You too.
Bye,
guys.